Now, artificial intelligence is transforming industries around the world, reshaping how people work, communicate, and access information. Journalism is no exception, and in Vietnam, newsrooms are beginning to explore how AI can support reporting and audience engagement. At this newsroom, AI has become an increasingly common part of the reporting process. AI mainly helps us process and summarize information. With numerous new laws and regulations introduced over the past years, these tools make it much faster to find and understand the information we need. Transcribing interviewers was earlier consuming because we had to listen through recordings and manually identify the key points. Now, AI can generate transcript automatically, saving us as much as 50 to 60% of the time needed. VNE Express is among a small number of Vietnamese new organizations that have begun developing a formal AI strategy using AI to create content, moderate comments, and create personalized user experience. According to experts, the potential of AI extends beyond newsroom productivity. Many Vietnamese newsrooms produce more content than audiences actually need. The root cause a lack of understanding of their readers, and AI can help these news organizations collect and analyze audience data, giving them a clear picture of what readers are interested in and what information that they are looking for. AI is beginning to reshape how journalism is practiced in Vietnam. For many journalists, AI is no longer a future possibility, but an emerging part of future everyday newsroom work. As AI becomes more integrated into newsroom, it is also raising difficult questions for the industry. From AI-generated fake news to concerns over copyright, transparency, and accountability, news organizations are navigating challenges that are only beginning to emerge. These viral stories appear to show a woman with disabilities overcoming hardships to become an online seller, drawing sympathy and support from viewers, but the story was entirely fabricated. To really make a lose trust, I need tools to verify the truth, and I don't think we should blindly trust social media anymore. For journalists, fact checking sources is becoming more important than ever. In the past, when a photo looked authentic, we were focused on verifying its source and gathering information for our reporting. Now, there is an extra step. We first have to determine whether the image is generally AI or AI generated. Fake news is just one of the many challenges to journalism that AI has created. Newsrooms are now having to investigate it more into AI, but the revenue is being threatened also because of AI. AI companies are using large amounts of data from new organizations, often creating intellectual property concerns. Regulators is also establishing industry alliance so media organizations can better protect their organizations and content. The challenge is now not just keeping pace with technology, but also journalism core standards remain intact. And to explore what the changes AI brings mean to our future of journalism and how journalists can adapt, we are now joined by Mark Albert, a PhD and Emmy Award-winning journalist who spent more than 25 years reporting for a major U.S. news organizations including CBS News and Artist Television. And he is now also the founder and CEO of Media Advisory Experts and had also trained journalists internationally in media verification, fact-checking, and misinformation in digital age. So, very much welcome you to Newslines. My first question to you is how is generative AI changing the global landscape of false and manipulated online content and which developments can be made online content and most right now? AI is providing a huge challenge to journalists right now as they try and fact check content and to make sure they're not delivering content that is fake or manipulated without knowing about it. If you look at the big news organizations in the United States, they have dedicated teams of authentic user generated. But the vast majority of newsrooms in America are smaller They do not have either the size of content, authentication teams, or any team at all. And so it falls down upon individual journalists to fact check a comment, and when it comes into the newsroom, that is a huge challenge. Right. News organizations are warning the public about AI generated deceptions. But many media companies are also rapidly adopting AI tools themselves. So, how should a journalist like us navigate the contradiction? This is a great debate for journalism today. How do you use AI to improve journalists without determining the human capability of journalists? Right now, the debate in the United States is reaching a fever pitch, and to journalists, for example, at the media company MC Clashy, that's a newspaper chain here in America, that are refusing to allow their bylines, their names, to be attached by articles once the company started using AI without their permission to alter articles they have written. Journalists is still about humans speaking to humans, creating relationships to other humans, and furthermore, making sure that we, above all of them, only give the audience the truth. My last question for you is, what advice would you give journalists in this area of rapid technology advancement? To survive this area of uncertainty, I recommend that journalists things number one, realize that you, humans, are indispensable. And yes, there are ways that AI are streamlining the process of journalism, but an AI can't knock on the door of giving reader to hear her story, can create a relationship with sources so that they can trust the journalists to get information from the public. There will always be a need for journalists. So my recommendation for you is to start pitching the stories that only you can do. There are things that only human can do in journalism and work, not to stop, but to incorporate the other advances of AI where it can free you up. Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Mark Barber, award-winning founder and CEO of Media Advisory Experts.